Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm sharing with you a famous Tunisian recipe. It's a street food called fricassee. It's an oval-shaped fried yeast dough stuffed with potatoes, harissa, tuna, black olives, hard-boiled egg, but you can use whatever you want. I will be sharing with you all the secrets of a successful fricassee, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask in the comment below. I will be more than happy to help. First, we'll start by activating the yeast. Temperature is an important variant to yeast dough, so make sure that the water you use here is warm, not too hot, just warm. I am adding active dry yeast and sugar to the water. The yeast feeds on the sugar added, so make sure you use it. Stir, then cover and let it work for about 5 minutes if it's summertime, or maybe 10 minutes if it's wintertime. Once the yeast has been activated, we will be working on the dough. Start by the liquid ingredients. By the way, all the ingredients and exact measurement will be listed down below the video in the description box. Here I am adding the yeast mixture, the room temperature egg, and the olive oil. Then I'm adding half of the flour. I am using a mixer for this video, but you can also knead the dough by hand. Add the salt to the remaining flour. It's important that the salt doesn't come in contact with the yeast as it might kill it. Using the dough hook, knead it in the mixture for about 2 minutes. Then add the rest of the flour and knead it again for 5 minutes until the dough is smooth and elastic, or 10 minutes if you are using your hands. The dough will look a bit dry at first. Just keep working on it and it will become very soft. Very soft and sticky. As you can see in the video, this is exactly how you want it to be. Don't change anything to this recipe, it's just perfect. Cover the dough and let it rise for 30 minutes if it's summertime, and between 45 minutes to 1 hour if it's wintertime. The dough should double the size. My advice, if you're doing this in the winter time and if it's freezing where you're at, make sure you keep it in warm place in the house, and you might have to let it rise for maybe a longer time. While the dough is rising, I will start working on the stuffing. I am going to hard boil 3 medium eggs and 1 large potato and then cut it in small pieces. Now the dough is ready. This is how it should look like. Because the dough is sticky, you will have to oil your hands, then punch down the dough to help remove some of the bubbles of gas that have formed while it was rising. You will also have to lightly oil the working surface and the rolling pin. Use your hands to press the dough down into a flatter rectangular shape, then take the rolling pin and set it on top of the flattened dough. Press down and let the pin rotate as you push it. You don't want a very thin dough. It should be around ½ centimeter thick. To make sure all the fricassee will be the same size, I will be using a biscuit cutter. It's originally a circle shape, but I flattened it a bit to have an oval shape. The trick here is to take the dough in your hands after you flatten it and then pose it in the surface before you use the biscuit cutter so the dough doesn't change shape after you cut it. Repeat with the remaining dough. Place on a lightly greased cookie sheet and allow it to rise for 20 minutes. Make sure you cover it with a clean kitchen towel so the dough won't dry. In the meanwhile, in a large heavy bottom deep frying pan or a large pot, pour some vegetable oil around 2.5 to 3 centimeter deep. Heat the oil on a medium-high until small bubbles start to form. Prepare a large colander over a bowl to place the fricassee dough after you fry it to allow it to drain. To check the oil temperature, use a bit of dough and throw it in the oil. When the oil starts bubbling around the dough, then it's ready to use. The oil needs to be hot enough to cook the fricassee, but not too hot so it doesn't burn from the outside and cook from the inside. It's around 185 degrees Celsius, 370 degrees Fahrenheit. I use the word around because this might change if the size of the fricassee is different. Also, if you place a lot of fricassee in the same pot, the oil temperature will drop very quick, so you will have to keep an eye on it. Deep fry the fricassee in batches for a few minutes on each side until golden brown all over and cooked through. Remove from the oil to drain and let them cool slightly. Some people like the dough empty inside. They don't like the crumbs, if you know what I mean. So if that's your case, then just before you fry it, press each fricassee dough down to get all the air out and then fry it right away. It will swell in the oil. Let me show you how we prepare the harissa for the sandwiches. Here I'm using homemade harissa paste. I start by adding some olive oil to allow the paste to become easier to use, then add a bit of water to make it more liquid. To assemble the sandwiches, split the fricassee and spread with harissa to taste. Then layer on the tuna, the eggs, the olives, the potatoes, the parsley, and more harissa. You can also add some caper or chili peppers if you like. Today's video come to the end. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And don't hesitate to share your thought about this recipe in the comment below. And see you in the next video.